Customer, do you have any Wonder Woman keys? Me. Yes, but you'll never find the jet they go to. Welcome to Lasso Loot Volume 291. In today's video, there is an unboxing. We're going to open something up. If you like autographs, I got autographs. 6 of the 7 comic books that I'm going to share with you today are signed. There's AOK'd, there's stories. You might even see me get on my soapbox. It's going to be a great time, and it's going to start now. I didn't get the chance to attend HeroesCon 2026, but I certainly benefited from it thanks to some amazing friends like Seeking Superman, my friend Glenn, who got me another autograph this year. I say another because you might remember in the past, like in Comic Book Editions Volume 202, he got me Michael Conrad's autograph at a previous HeroesCon convention. And then you know that big Wonder Woman comic book, the 80th anniversary one-shot, where I'm trying to get as many people as possible to sign it? Well, he helped me out by getting 2 signatures, Stephanie Phillips and Daniel Warren Johnson, on that book, which I showed back in Comic Book Editions Volume 118. This year, as I was looking over the HeroesCon lineup, which I thought was stacked, so many people that I wanted an autograph from, high on my list was Hayden Sherman. He does the cover and interior art for Absolute Wonder Woman, and it's a cover, like he does on this book, Absolute Wonder Woman Volume 1, Issue 17. Kelly Thompson is the writer. Now, I have autographs from both of those on one book, the Absolute Wonder Woman #2 third printing, which is a nice homage cover to Sensation Comics #1. I showed that in Comic Book Editions Volume 259, but that's just their signatures, nothing that was personalized to my name. Seeking Superman said that it was a tough get. Like the first day he tried to get it done, he wasn't able to. And he almost didn't think he was going to get it done on the second day, but he was able to pull it off for me. Glenn, thank you so much for taking the time out of your HeroesCon to do something that you knew would mean so much to me. It's got that personalized autograph just the way I like it. Glenn was asking me, well, what cover would you want signed? And it was an easy pick for me because when this comic book was first released, I saw the cover and I went, oh, easily, I would want that signed someday. And I re-looked over all the covers again, and I still went back to this one as the one that I liked the most. I'm a Giganta fan, and I love how she's interacting with the trade dress. Anytime someone's doing that on the cover, I think that that's super cool. So I love the story. You know what? Absolute Wonder Woman's first story arc, it was good. And the second story arc where she's in the labyrinth, oh, that was even better. But this most recent story arc with the introduction of the Absolute Suicide Squad, which is just Villainy Incorporated, that's been my favorite by far. Also with the introduction of Absolute Zatanna. And right now, currently in the book, we're really seeing the steps that are being taken to transform Barbara Minerva into the Absolute Cheetah. It is a must-read when that book comes out. I am loving it. If you're not reading it, you're really missing out on how good Absolute Wonder Woman is. But thank you, Seeking Superman. I left a link to his Instagram in the description for this video. Go follow him over there and see all of the cool DC content that he posts. Obviously, with that username, you're going to see a lot of the Big Blue Boy Scout, but there's some good stuff. And he posts some stuff that I've never even seen before, too. I think you would enjoy it. And thank you, Glenn, Seeking Superman, my friend, for your friendship and for getting this done and getting this back to me because you knew how much it would mean to me. And it does, just like your friendship means to me. Truly appreciate you. Who is my most wanted, though, from HeroesCon? It was Larry Hama. Yes, Mr. G.I. Joe himself, co-creator of G.I. Joe. This is Wonder Woman Volume 1, Issue 246. This is my all-time favorite Wonder Woman cover of any comic book. I can't explain why. It just is. Joe Staton does the cover for it, and my friend Stephanie, Transmissions from the NX7062 podcast, got Joe Staton to sign that for me years and years ago. And then just last year, the writer of the story, Jack C. Harris, signed the book, courtesy of my friend John's Comics with Friends, who tracked him down at SDCC 2025. I shared that book when it came back to me in Comic Book Editions, Volume 216. So the interior artist, my favorite, has passed away, so no Jose Delbo signature on this book. I think the only other person who might be still living that's associated with this book is the colorist, who is Mario Sen. But I don't believe he does conventions, and I have no idea how I would be able to track him down or get a signature on this book. If you know how I would be able to take care of that, please get in contact with me, because that would be cool to add him in. Speaking of Bronze Age Wonder Woman, Alan Shell and I did a Cover Lovers episode featuring the best Wonder Woman covers, our personal top 10, and then the computer decided what the ultimate top 10 was. Spoiler, this is my number 1, because I've already told you it's my favorite Wonder Woman cover of all time. But watch the video, which is archived in the playlist collaborations folder on my channel, to see if this made the ultimate top 10 list when our lists were combined or not. Had a great time doing Cover Lovers. Hope to do it again. Thank you, Alan, for inviting me. I really appreciate it. So my all-time favorite comic book with another signature, Larry Hama, was the editor of Wonder Woman during this time period. Learned a little behind the scenes courtesy of my friend Bob. Thank you, Bob, for going to get this done. He should have been working the booth at that time. Even though that they were busy throughout the entire weekend, he slipped away and said, I got to get this signed for Ryan because I know this would mean so much to him. And it does. Larry Hama, I just don't see him in the Midwest very often, or I haven't had the chance to acquire this autograph. Completely free autograph too. Can't even beat that. And I thank Larry Hama for signing it. I thank my friend Bob for making sure that it got taken care of. Okay, it's time for our unboxing. And while I'm unboxing, I'm going to give you some details about this. So ANZ Collects was doing a Heroes Con eBay Live exclusive for a Wonder Woman blind bag. It was for Wonder Woman issue 1. And I was very intrigued by this. Finding information on it was not very easy. But they didn't do what most cons would do, or most sellers at a con would do. They didn't just say, because they had 5 different covers with different, ratios. This one's limited to X amount of copies. This one is X amount of copies. They didn't do that. So you had to buy the blind bag and hope to get the one that you wanted, or hope you got a different one if you're trying to collect them all, if you're a completist like I am. So I sent a friend over to see if they could buy one for me, and they wouldn't sell them one. They said no sales outside of eBay Live. And I heard they were kind of rude about it too. Not cool. Anyway, so I'm looking at their eBay Lives, and I'm looking at their schedule, and they would have eBay Lives lined up, and then they would either completely blow them off, or they were extremely late in starting them. It was very frustrating. Like, for an example, I rearranged part of my day on the Saturday because it was Saturday 4 o'clock my time. And I took the time account factored in. It was Saturday 4 o'clock my time. They were supposed to do a big eBay Live. So I changed my life around for that day to be available. And then they never ended up doing the stream at all. Really angered me. And their next stream was scheduled for 9 a.m. the next morning. So at 9 a.m. the next morning, I'm sitting there waiting. They're not there. By 9:30, they still hadn't started, and I had to leave for work. So I left for work, and they must have started the stream at some point, because about 20 minutes later, I looked on my phone as I was traveling, and they had a stream. And I was at a stoplight when one of the Wonder Woman blind bags came up, which is this one. And I ended up getting the high bid at it at the stoplight. I'd never done eBay Live before. Anyway, they give you the option of opening it up or, just having the blind bag sent to you. And I went with the option of, even though, not opening it up would have been better content for my channel, I'm like, I want to know what book I have so I know what books that I need to try to get. So I had them open it up, and this is the book that I got. Okay, a quick fast forward there for you. One thing that I am happy about is they put the book back in its sleeve that it belonged in. I am happy about that. So, when they opened the book for me, what I got was the one I was most disappointed with initially. Now, my feelings on this have since changed. This is the Wonder Woman logo Virgin Foil. It was limited to 650 copies. First of all, if you're wondering to what comic book this is for, it's Wonder Woman Volume 1, Issue 1 facsimile, the version that they did earlier in 2026, because this has been a facsimile at several different times, different years. Another thing too, I mean, there's already been a Wonder Woman logo red foil. It was done by Big Time Collectibles in 2023 for Wonder Woman Volume 6, Issue number 1. So, I mean, this isn't all that original, all that exciting. So a couple things that I want to say about A&Z Collects. Just, this is not a call to action, just my opinion. I did a little looking on them. I read some of their eBay feedback. I saw that there were complaints on them on the Better Business Bureau. Most of the complaints that I see about them, it's about that they're not friendly and they don't want to work with someone. And, you know, someone on eBay said they sent them the wrong book, admitted that it was the wrong book, but wouldn't do anything about it unless the receiver paid the postage to send it back. Why should they have to do that? That's not their fault. And when it's that, and there's multiple people saying this isn't the problem of the buyers. This is a seller problem. And if your number one problem is people don't like how they're being treated, that's on you. I will say, watching some rewinds, like someone asked on one of the eBay lives that I watched in a rewind before I had the chance to buy mine, they're like, what book is this for? Because they just say Wonder Woman number 1. And the guy was like, I don't know. It's just a recent Wonder Woman number 1. And he kind of said it like that. And I'm like, well, there isn't really a recent Wonder Woman number 1. And then when they opened up the next one, they went and looked and said, oh, it's the Volume 1 number 1. I mean, you don't have to cop that kind of an attitude. I think people asking what type of book they're buying is a perfectly legit question. You know, I'm not crazy about the entire blind bag thing. And why not just say, you know, here's the 250 ratio, it costs this much. Here's the 350 ratio, it costs this much, and sell them as exclusives. They hardly sold any of these on eBay Live while they were there. I don't know, except for schmoozing with the artists, what the point of them being at HeroesCon was. At one point, when they were supposed to be doing a sale, they still were running late. I think it was with Art Adams. And I jumped into the eBay Live and I said, hey, any Wonder Woman blind bags coming up? Now, they were perfectly fine to ignore my question, but Art Adams actually acknowledged it. He says, hey, someone's asking about this. And they're like, oh, no, Wonder Woman's in this segment. And I'm like, really? It's that hard? I mean, I wouldn't be asking if you would have stuck to your schedule. So jeers to them for, you know, as someone who's been in radio and knows how important time is, and when you promise something at a time that people are expecting, keep your promise. As someone who sells comic books, be nice to your customers. I'm sorry if A&Z doesn't like these statements. Just my opinion, not a call to action video, but maybe you can use this as some tools to work with to make experiences better. Because I'm not all that excited in sending some money your way. Just saying. So, as I said initially, I was not happy to get this cover because it was my least wanted one out of the 5 because there's no Wonder Woman image, and this has already been done, as I've already mentioned. On the back of this envelope, it talks about, you know, collect all these amazing Wonder Woman covers from, you know, Anthony Marques, Dave Johnson, Andrew Robinson, and Viktor Ferro. It doesn't even give a mention of the logo foil at all. So I don't know why it doesn't say all of that, and look for our logo foil. Oh, one more thing I'm going to say about this too, and this might not be on A&Z. They might not have been able to do this. But since it's the, you know, Wonder Woman Volume 1, Issue 1, the Golden Age, it would have been much more cool to have the eagle logo. Although in their defense, DC Comics might not have allowed them to do that. I just think of a Wonder Woman eagle logo that was a sticker from a Post serial back in like 1979 or 1980. And that would have been cool to see on the cover because she didn't wear the double W at this time. But then again, in their defense, DC Comics probably wouldn't have allowed that. So I mentioned here that we have all these 4 other covers that I need to try to get. Spoiler, I did get them. And spoiler, I didn't get them from A&Z Collects. Let's show you these beautiful covers. Oh, and they're signed. It just gets better and better, doesn't it? So this is the Dave Johnson foil. This was limited to 900 copies. I first saw this and I thought, well, that's kind of cool. I like all of the doves surrounding her. I like that we've got the cursive trade dress logo used on his version. And I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool. I would have been happy even if these comic books weren't signed, but the fact that they are signed is just a little icing on the cake, a little chef's kiss, I might add. I'm also going to say to DC Comics, you know, kind of on the soapbox already, I appreciate the Wonder Woman #1 facsimile, even though you've done it many times. How about a Wonder Woman Volume 1, Issue #2 facsimile? You've never done that one. That would be pretty awesome. Something a little bit different would be pretty awesome. But yeah, nice Dave Johnson cover to put into the collection. We have any fans of purple? So this is the Andrew Robinson foil that was limited to 850 copies. I like the purple in the backdrop. I like the fact that she's lassoing someone and we get to use our imagination on who it could be. You know, the only thing that would have made this cooler is if, and this is not on Andrew, you know, if it was a wraparound cover and then we see on the other side exactly who she's lassoing. But this way, we get to use our imagination. Leave me a comment and let me know who you think it would have been cool if she was lassoing had there been a wraparound cover on this. You know, Cheetah, maybe just a generic villain. Maybe she's saving Steve Trevor from someone. I don't know. But it is cool, and I thought the purple would pop, and I think it does in person on this cover too. Finding still images for these covers weren't the easiest thing in the world either. Just looking online trying to find the stills. Now I saw some videos and stuff where they were announcing the covers, but like still images, it probably could have been promoted a lot better. Just my opinion. Here's one. Oh my gosh. I love this one. It's very foily, and I know you're probably not getting the best peek at it from me holding it up. But this is the Anthony Marques that's limited to 350 copies, and it's signed too. I think Anthony is selling prints of these at his convention appearances. He is the president of the Joe Kubert School. That's pretty cool. Seems to be an incredibly nice guy. I can tell he's incredibly talented, but he seems to be an incredibly nice guy. I hope someday I get the chance to meet him in person. Just really been digging his work and love this cover. And like I said, I think he does prints of these. If he does, I would pick one up from his booth for sure and add it into my collection. I love this. I'll be wanting to know what you guys think of all of these variants as well in the comments section. And one more to show you. This one is the ultra rare one, the Viktor Ferro Gold Virgin Foil. Ultra rare, limited to just 250 copies. Some of these, but not all of these, have been showing up on eBay. Not that many, to be honest with you. And I'm talking just all of these facsimiles in general. And they have a huge price tag attached to them. I didn't get them from eBay. And while I did pay a good amount for these, it could have been a lot worse on my wallet. One thing that I really, really, really dislike about myself, being this completist on the Wonder Woman title, I can lose sleep worrying about how am I going to get this comic book. And comic books are supposed to be fun. They're not supposed to cause you to lose sleep. They're just supposed to be fun and enjoy and talk with your fellow collectors about. And maybe that's why I wasn't crazy about the blind bag option. You know, it would have been much better for me, and I think other fans would have agreed. And I think it probably would have been more successful for ANZ just to make these HeroesCon exclusives, sell them at your booth, but sell them at a price, like a buy it now price, instead of, it just feels a touch greedy doing the blind bags like this. I know at a previous convention they had done blind bags on, I think a Superman comic book. I don't know what specific one it was, and I'm not sure which con it was, but I don't know if they did them blind bag or did a ratio or what. But as a fan, my 2 cents thrown out there. Doesn't mean that I don't love the books, don't love the talented artists that created these covers either, because I do. So let's do a quick recap on these Wonder Woman blind bags. We have the Viktor Ferro limited to 250 copies, the gold Virgin Foil. The Anthony Marques that I love, limited to 350 copies. Then the Wonder Woman logo Virgin Foil. That was limited to 650 copies. Andrew Robinson's foil limited to 850 copies. And the Dave Johnson foil at 900 copies. It's a little recap. I think down the line these will be very hard to find and sought after for the Wonder Woman collectors that didn't know anything about it, which was almost me, your boy. This brings us to an end of Lasso Loot 291. Kind of got you in the mood for 4th of July. It's coming up this weekend. I have a Captain America themed back issue of the week to get us really in the spirit for 4th of July. If you haven't watched that short yet, it's on my channel, and I hope you get a chance to check it out. July almost upon us. I think we should do maybe a Justice League July. That's kind of the theme I'm looking forward to for Fanboys Live and the Retro Review with Signature King and Silver Hair Bronze Age Babe. The Greatest DC Comics Show comes up Sunday nights, 8:15 p.m. Central. Nope, 8:15 p.m. Eastern, 7:15 p.m. Central here on my YouTube channel. I hope you get a chance to join us in the live chat. We'll see if we don't end up doing Justice League for this upcoming weekend because I think it's my pick. What did you think of what I showed today? Have you been to HeroesCon? Any recent autographs? Any autographs you want to add into your collection? Want to talk about blind bags? Want to talk about Wonder Woman or anything else? That's what the comments section is for. Your comments are welcomed, encouraged, and appreciated. Thanks for making it to the end of Lasso Loot 291. Can you believe we're getting close to 300? We're going to have to do something extra special for Lasso Loot episode 300. I'm going to have to start thinking about that because before we know it, it's going to be here. Next week, though, for Lasso Loot 292, we have an Omni X-Men prize win and some more goodies from John's Comics with Friends that will get unboxed next week. Until we get the chance to visit again, have a happy, healthy, and safe week, and thanks for joining me today. Bye for now.